we're taking this plywood to make this figure joint box to hold our bingo stuff. Hey guys, I'm Cory, this Makeshift Crate, and we're making a box with a bingo board today. So while we've been in quarantine, we've been playing a lot more bingo. Just something to do with the family. Nice and easy, good fun. And it comes in this cardboard box. It has a little paper card with it. And when we're done with it, we just keep putting it back in here. But I think we can do better. I think we can make a box for this to go in where the lid is actually the board. So you don't lose the balls. It'll be a little easier to play with. And gives us an excuse to play with our new router. So let's get started. All right, this box is 8 1/4 by 8 1/4 by about 8 inches deep. I'm thinking we're gonna make it about 9 1/2 inches cubed. That will account for the thickness of the wood, and it'll give us plenty of room to fit everything inside. So right now we need to start cutting a bunch of wood, 6 pieces to be exact, down to 9 1/2 inches squared. There we go. So we got all our boards cut down now. Now we're gonna tape 2 of them together at a time using masking tape, take them over to the bandsaw, cut some finger joints on them. There we go. So one thing we're gonna do is, this is the board that came with the bingo set. And as you can tell, it's a little bent up, so like that. It's not very thick. The balls roll out of it. So we're gonna use this as a template on this board, notch out all the circles, and use our router to route out all these holes. Here we go. All the circles are traced. Time to attempt to start routering. Now, I've never used a router before, so this is gonna be a little bit of a learning curve, but that's okay. You gotta start somewhere. One thing I have already done is I did set my stop so that it only goes in so far. That way I don't accidentally go all the way through. So, here we go, let's give this a try. divots are done. They are at different heights. I tried to double do that one to fix it, and that didn't turn out too well. So I'm not gonna do that. We're just gonna leave it the way it is. I think it'll be more than good enough, but we're gonna get some of the balls, we're gonna test it out. And I'm gonna try to use this and just attach it to the board so that we don't have to repaint all this stuff. It'd be easier if I had like a CNC or something like that. I'd just be like, but I don't. So we're gonna cut out like this part, glue it to the board, go from there. Just gotta let that set up, and then that part's good. While we're waiting for that, we gotta continue on the finger joints. Fun. We got our finger joints all cut. Time to take off the tape, try to fit these together and see how we did. Box is all glued up. The finger joints aren't perfect. Again, I did them on the bandsaw, so yeah. But I'm happy with them. I think once it's all dry, might need to fill in a couple places, but that's not a big deal. Now, this was originally going to be the lid. The only problem is I did my math wrong, and it's not quite big enough. So I've already traced the inside of it. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this down, and we're going to use that as the inner lip, glue it to another piece. So I'm going to cut this out on the bandsaw, go from there. So another thing we're going to do while we're waiting on the glue on this to dry, we're going to go ahead and glue this to the bottom. We're just going to do it simply with glue. This isn't going to hold a whole lot of weight. It doesn't need to be real strong. It just has to be strong enough to hold a 5-pound bingo box. So here we go. So while that dries, we're going to start cutting off these overhangs, and to do that we're going to use a push cut saw. I've never used this before, but it seems pretty straightforward. This glue should be dry. Go ahead and take this off, glue this to this, let that sit, and then we gotta wait till tomorrow. glued up. Time to do a whole lot of sanding. Alright, we got this all sanded down. I didn't worry about doing the bottom because it's the bottom. But anyway, right now we got a sealed box, which will not work. So we're gonna measure down about 2 inches, and we're gonna use circular saw, and we're gonna cut the whole top off as evenly as we can. I make no promises that this is gonna work, but yeah. Here we go. Success. We had a couple pieces ship out though, but that's not that bad. I can deal with that. I can live with that. Considering I've never done this before, I'll take it. So we're going to glue some popsicle sticks on this inside ledge, so that way it meets back up with this. Just do a little more sanding, and we are ready to paint. Alright, we got this all sanded down. Now we're going to take some CA glue and some wood glue and glue some popsicle sticks right on the very edge here, just to kind of act as a lip so that the box can seed back on tightly. Do that, clear coat it, and we're done. Box is all dry. All we gotta do now is, I do have to trim these popsicle sticks down just a little bit because once I added paint, it is really hard to get on and off. So we're just gonna take a razor blade, just kind of trim them until they all fit, and then we're done. Alright guys, we're all done. It's our finger joint box. Really happy with how this turned out. The lid's a little tight. I think I gotta carve it a little more. And you know, there was lots of mistakes made, but for doing finger joints with a bandsaw, I think I did pretty good. So if you guys would like to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe, ring the bell. If you have any comments on anything we could have done better or differently, or ideas for future projects, please leave them down in the comments below. And if you feel like you can help support us to make videos like this, find us at patreon.com/makeshapecreate, and we'll be back next week with a brand new video. See you guys.